Okay, so if this is your first time on this channel, welcome. Like, we are really happy to have you here. Okay, so today we're going to be making the number 4 cake. So you guys know, like, we've been on this number series for a while, and I've kind of like left it for a little while because I've been all over the place. But today, like, I came back to make us. Let's just finish it and get it uploaded. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make the number 4 cake without a special cake pan. So let's get started. Okay, so guys, today we're going to be using a template. So what I did was I took a piece of paper and I cut it like into like a square shape, yeah, because the couple of cakes I'm going to be showing you guys for number cakes are going to be square cakes. We're going to be using a square cake to like form it. So I took a square paper and I divided it into 3 equal parts. So the first part is A, and we're not going to touch the first part. The second part is going to be B and C, and we're going to divide the second part in such a way that it's in 2 parts, and the second half will be a tiny rectangle down. It's not like a half, it's just like a tiny rectangle down, sorry, triangle. And then the third part will be divided into 5 equal halves, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that in a second. The reason why you're doing this is so you can know how to cut your cake and so you don't cut it wrong, because once you cut it, like, you can't glue it back easily basically, and you don't want to have like a cake that has 15,000 different parts, yeah. Okay, so today we're not going to be needing F, G, and H. We're going to be using A, B, C, D, and E, and I'm going to show you how we do that. So now this is my square cake. I baked a vanilla cake, so I'm going to be showing you how you're going to cut this and get a number 4. I know it kind of looks like geometry, and it was really fun making this. Okay, normally if I was making this for a client by myself, not making a video like an instructional video for you guys, normally I would just eyeball it, but like I'm showing you how to do it, so I should show you how to do it right. And I actually learned some new tricks while doing this, so it was really fun. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to trim the cake like on all sides. You want to make sure it is completely flat and the sides are equal, like there is no parts of the cake bulging out or anything. So you're going to trim all sides of your cake, and then you are going to clean up. Okay, and then we are going to now follow the template that we just made. Remember, we're cutting first into 3 equal parts, yeah. So we're going to cut it into 1/3 each. So we're going to do, like, you first have to like see where your knife is going, so you should make sure like it is 3 equal halves. It's not like one is fatter than the other, because if it is, it will actually show in your end result, and you don't want that, because you want a perfect number 4. And if you notice, like, I'm using a small cake, because like I didn't want to make it too big, because I'm going to have to give this cake away, and I can't be giving cake away all the time. I'm literally dashing you people my profit, you get. Okay. Okay, so of course I'm giving this cake away today. So if you want to win this cake, all you have to do is leave me a comment in the comment section, and at the same time like this video, yeah. And then if you're the comment with the most number of likes, I'm going to send the cake to you. Very easy, just the regular way we do it. Okay, so then I'm trimming it again because I didn't trim it right the first time, so like I had to like clean up the sides so it can look really nice, and like there won't be too many crumbs around and stuff. Okay, if you notice this cake is bigger, so if you're trying to make a number 4 cake right now, it's best if you bake like maybe a bigger pan, like a bigger square, do you get? Or maybe you can have those very big rectangles. If you like, I have like a sheet pan, you can cut it into 2 halves so you can make like a square for you. Okay, so now we're going to follow that template that we made. So now we have A, and then we're going to take the second one and we're going to cut it into B and C. Remember, the C is the very tiny triangle just underneath, yeah. So yeah, don't worry, all of this will make sense because I'm going to show you how to put it all together once we are done. And then for the third one, we are going to cut it into 5 equal halves. Does that make sense? We're going to cut it into 5 equals though anyway. So, and then once we are done with that, I'm going to show you guys how to put it together. But before then, yeah. Okay, so guys, before we go ahead, let me remind you guys again, subscribe to my channel and like my video. Please make sure you like this video. Please click on like right now. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let's go forward. Yeah, now I'm going to show you guys how to put it together. So the first one, the first part, which is the first letter, we're going to place it horizontally on top of the cake board, yeah, the one we didn't cut at all. So for the second one, which is the B and the C, we're going to place the B diagonally, yeah, and we're going to place it on top of the A, like it should be bending kind of like a 4. You want it to fit perfectly if you cut it right, how I showed you guys. So for the C, which is a tiny triangle, it's going to form the tiny tail of the number 4, yeah. So for the D, it's going to form the top, yeah, and then now the E is going to form the bottom, and now we have a 4. So for the F, G, and H, you're going to eat that by yourself, guys. You don't need it. Yeah, was that not fun? It looks like geometry, yeah? It was so much fun to make. Okay, so now I want to show you guys how to put it together, just like we drew. So the first thing you want to take is the first one and put it like horizontally on the cake board. And make sure when you want to do this, I'm just showing you guys how to put it together right now. I'm not gluing it to the cake board. So if you're gluing it directly and you want to frost it on top of this cake board, you don't want it to be moving around. So the first thing you want to do is put some cream underneath the cake before you place it on. That way it sticks it onto the board so it doesn't move around and it won't stress you out. You don't want a cake that you made and the different parts are moving around. So you want it to hold like a 4 and you don't want it to embarrass you by moving around. So now we have a 4. But we have a problem with the tail, with the tiny tail of our 4. You can remove that tail if you don't mind, but I wanted to make it like a perfect 4. It will still be a really nice 4 without the tail, but I wanted a perfect 4 because, you know, it's me. Anyways, so now we're going to take a knife, yeah, and then we're going to trim that 4, like we're going to trim that tail to fit the 4, if that makes sense. Like we're going to make sure the top is the same length or the same height, and then the sides too are the same thing. I'm sure that makes sense to you guys. And then we're going to stick that with some cream. It's not going to move around or anything. So if you're using this method, make sure you stick it with cream. Every of your parts, take some cream and put it underneath it and put by the sides of it so it can stick. When you're putting a cake to a part of cake to another, make sure it sticks. Do you get me? I don't know if my English is working for you guys, but I hope you understand. So right now I already transferred my number 4 to the cake board I want to frost it on. And if you notice, I already used some cream to glue the parts, the tail part and every part together. So don't forget, guys, this is very important. If you don't glue the extra part to the board, like if you don't glue the cake to the board by putting some cream underneath it, it is going to be moving around. You don't want a cake that you made in number 4 and then before it got to its destination, it's already like different parts and you need bolts and nuts to put it together. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is we are going to frost it. So if you're using maybe a fondant frosting, or maybe you're using fondant, or you're using buttercream or whipped cream, regardless of what you're using, make sure you do a crumb coat first. The crumb coat also helps to hold the cake together. It helps to like hold, it helps to like make it like one cake, not like different parts, if that makes sense. Okay, so but for this cake I'm not going to be doing a crumb coat. I just want to do like a light coat of icing, and then I'm going to airbrush it because you know I'm obsessed with my airbrush. And then we are done. So once you're done with this, basically you're done. Actually, if you notice what I'm doing, I'm gluing the cake with some frosting. You need to glue the parts together, otherwise it will be moving around. Apart from gluing it to the cake board, you need to glue it to each other. I don't know if my English is working, but I hope you guys understand me anyways. But okay, so that's what I mean, because you want to make it one whole cake. You don't want to make it like different parts of one cake, if that makes sense. So if you notice, our 4 is already forming and it looks really nice. It looks amazing actually. Okay guys, so thank you for always watching my videos. This video is, if you still want to watch till the end, like you should be able to make a 4 after here, but like if you want to see how I did and how I made it pretty and gave you that color, you can still keep watching. So thank you guys. Actually, you should keep watching so I can get more money. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. If you want to win this cake, please send me give me a comment, a nice comment in the comment section, and like tell your friends to like it, and then the comment with the most likes, and I'll send it to you. I like to send it today though, because I don't want it to be stale before you get it. So thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. I just thought to come to the end of the video to say thank you for watching if you watched till this part, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.